both of these titles do not really address the real issue. And as a pretext, I'm neutral on both NO-FAP and semen retention. If you do them and it works, great. Keep doing it. But like I said, these things are red herrings. Red herrings are things that seem like they're related to an argument or a discussion, but in reality they're distractions. They're not actually relevant. They just seem relevant. And that's what these things are. The real problem is explicit content. Now, my more avid viewers will be like, well, obviously, but my avid viewers are really smart. If you watch these people's videos, these no-fap semen retention YouTubers, what they really talk about at the end of the day is just busting nuts. You gotta stop busting nuts. You gotta stop busting nuts. You gotta stop doing this. You gotta stop busting any nut, as the semen retention people would put it. And that's what the average person gets from this. They're like, well, the issue is busting nuts. The issue is busting nuts. It's put in their head because it's repeated so much. But that's not the real issue. Busting a nut is a natural human mechanism. Okay? And as far as, jerking off goes, again, I'm not pro any of these things. Alright? I'm not telling you to do it. I'm not telling you to do this. Okay? What I'm saying is, our ancestors were probably doing it. I mean, I've seen dog. I'm gonna, because, saying that's weird because the net logical question is like, well, how do you know? Listen, I was watching a Funny Moments compilation when I was younger, and it was a video in there, okay? That's the explanation for this, but dogs know how to masturbate, okay? And you're telling me humans couldn't figure it out for the thousands of years, or even millions, depending on your worldview, couldn't figure it out, couldn't figure out how to do this? So I don't think that's the real issue here. The real issue is not ejaculation. The real issue here is explicit content that completely turns our brains to mush, okay? We should move away from the terms no-fap semen or semen retention, unless those are things you actually participate in and you think are good. What we really should be focusing on is no explicit content. Now, it's easier to say the other way around, the word that starts with a P, but you can't put that in the title of videos. So, no explicit content. That's the new phrase. No explicit content. That's the real issue here. We have to start hammering that home. The real issue is not necessarily busting nuts in itself. The real issue is the explicit content.